Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Mr. Panetta for holding today's opening statements on my bill, H.R. 2936, the Resilient Federal Forest Act, along with other important pieces of legislation such as H.R. 1319 and H.R. 2939, the Water Rights Protection Act. Mr. Chairman, I want to be extremely clear from the beginning that my bill, H.R. 2936, the Resilient Federal Forest Act, is about improving the health of our nation's federal forest. It's about good stewardship, cleaner air, cleaner water, better wildlife habitat, and sound conservation of a national treasure. It is no secret that federal forest lands are in dire straits. Federal forests have become overgrown, disease and bug infested, fire-prone thickets, partially due to no active forest management. And unfortunately, this year looks to be another challenging wildfire season. It is reported that 58 million acres of national forest land are at high or very high risk of severe wildfire. These are the kinds of severe wildfires that cost our states, counties, and municipalities hundreds of millions of dollars to recover from, the kind of wildfires that threaten endangered species habitat, and the types of wildfires that can be better mitigated through sound forest science. I also believe that it is important to remember that when we talk about these wildfires, we aren't just talking about the burning of a forest or the release of hundreds of thousands of tons of carbon into the air. We are talking about real impacts on the lives of real people. Just today, my staff assistant told me about how when she was young and growing up in the Simi Valley of California, she remembered how choked with smoke the sky was and how the hills surrounding their home were ablaze. She specifically remembers her mother saying, "Don't worry, we live in the middle of town. Everything around us would have to burn before the fire reached our home." As a parent, I cannot imagine having to comfort my kids in a condition like that. But due to our lack of forestry management, too many parents are facing similar situations. Too many people are seeing their homes and livelihoods being dramatically affected, if not destroyed, by major wildfires. But there is hope. And though the hour grows late for the health of our federal forest, it is not too late. We can slow the trend of these wildfires while improving forest health, the environment, and the economy of rural America. We can pass a nonpartisan piece of legislation out of this committee that will better allow the Forest Service and the BLM to utilize tools to immediately reduce the threat of catastrophic wildfire, insect and disease infestation, and damage to state, municipal, and personal property. Not only can we reduce the threats previously mentioned, we can do it in a way that benefits rural economies, conservation groups, sportsmen's groups, even those families that wish to build homes. Mr. Chairman, as a forester, I believe I'm qualified to say that forests are a collection of living, growing, and changing organisms. Our current choice of no management is indeed a management decision, albeit a very poor one. The longer the Forest Service is hamstrung by excessive bureaucratic red tape and obstructionist litigation, the unhealthier our federal forest will become. To my friends and colleagues across the dais that want to see healthy forests, an improved rural economy, and a fix to fire borrowing, I invite you, if you have well-intentioned, scientifically sound amendments that will improve this bill, please bring them forward for discussion and debate. I believe it's what the American people and our federal forests deserve. Mr. Chairman, again, thank you for holding this markup. I look forward to the continued dialogue and debate, and I yield back.
Thank you. Mr. LaHood.